Now on stage are Kanni Devi and Chote Lal from Narhat in rural Jaipur. When Kanni Devi stepped into her husband Chote Lal's house as a new bride, she didn't know how her husband, a contractual worker in the carpet weaving industry who made rupees 50 a day, was going to feed them both. Today, both husband and wife are skilled weavers. They have a pakka house and send their 3 children to school. Kanni Devi and Chote Lal lives turned around thanks to our winner tonight for livelihoods in the corporate category, the Jaipur Rugs Company Private Limited. Jaipur Rugs has changed the lives of thousands of families by training 40,000 unskilled rural men and women, especially those from scheduled caste and tribes. To collect the award is N.K. Chaudhary, Chairman and Managing Director of Jaipur Rugs.
I started this business 36 years before, establishing 2 looms in my house and taking 9 weavers. At that time in India, there were less weavers, but there is more demand of the carpets. And so I thought this business will suit me, because then I can go to the villages, I can meet so many people. At that time I started as a contractor manufacturer, and I was a contractor manufacturer for next 8 years. Then I came to Jaipur to start my own export with my brother. So then I started my own export, and after 3 years we have a very good demand, and so then I moved to Gujarat in a tribal area to produce more carpets, where I stayed for 8 years, and I trained 15,000 tribal men and women in 8 years. In 1999, I separated from my brother and started Jaipur, a company from zero. And now we are exporting to 40 countries. Our main market is USA, and we also have a company in USA which have got the 4,000 customers. Since I started this business, I was directly going to the weavers. At 10% of the carpet companies, they have so many layers of the contractors. So Jaipur Rugs is the only company which eliminated the middleman, went direct to the weavers, giving them the very fair wages, giving them the health benefit, education benefit, and increasing their capability continuously.
He is known as the Gandhi of the carpet industry. Earlier this industry used to be having a bad name, because they used to work with the contractors, middlemen, and so the weavers' life was really in pain and they could not get the best of what they deserve. But Mr. N.K. Chaudhary, the founder, has always his vision that he would always eliminate these layers between the who is producing and who is sending it to the consumers.
वीवर भी मतलब कंपनी से जुड़ने के बाद बहुत प्रोग्रेस की है, और कंपनी भी जब ऐसे नई जगह काम चालू करना, नए वीवरों को जोड़ना, उनको काम सिखाना, उनमें मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा आगे महत्व देती है, वीवरों को सबसे ज़्यादा महत्व दिया है.
When I started this business, 2 looms in my own house, the first challenge which I faced from my own family members, my neighbors, because at that time all the weavers were from the untouchable class. So that my family member told me that if you work with the untouchable class, we will not allow you. And at that time I thought that who has given the right us? How a man can be judged by his caste? A man should be judged by his own deeds. I think without society there is no business. So I always think that society and business is the same, and the business problem is the people's problem. So the more I think about my viewers, the more stronger the business goes. So I think this is the requirement of the business, to develop the capability of the society and to have a feeling of oneness with the society and the customer.
I think Jaipur Rugs, the best part is we all are linked with the grassroots. So whenever we start thinking, start off from the viewer's point of view, and definitely we have to go on to the customer level. So we actually think of the bridge between those two.
the founder and his team is always in the touch with the grassroots, the actual people who are doing the work for the organization. This is the secret of this organization. Mr. Chaudhary is always in touch, and his team, along with his team, is always in touch with the artisans. He has great passion. Even today, almost 25 to 30% of his time he used to visit to the artisans. They are not only viewers, they have wonderful qualities within them. Some of them are wonderful mobilizers, quality controllers, teachers.
So Chaudhary introduced a whole series of new initiatives to unlock the untapped potential of his weavers.
पढ़ाई बिना जीवन अधूरा है। अब बोलते हैं कि अब इतना पढ़ ली बहुत है, लेकिन पढ़ाई की कभी पूरी नहीं होती है। ये मैं खूब जानती हूँ। मैं खुद अब मैं जानने लग गई।
The renewed focus on weavers like Archana resulted in a huge number of new leaders emerging who could help Chaudhary with the insurgent mission. I mean, just listen to how excited Swati is about mentoring Archana.
She had confidence that I can do anything in the world. It is a very inspirational statement for me and challenge for me that how can I make her to grow with the organization.
And as Swati and other leaders began to listen to the weavers, they realized there were huge new growth opportunities for Jaipur Rugs.
Some of them were creating carpet for 25 years, 30 years, but they never saw the final product. And from that, we initiated the Weavers Engagement Program.
They bring all the weavers together and they talk to them about how their carpets connect with the consumer. And this gives the weavers a tremendous sense that they're part of something bigger than just the months they spend with a single carpet.
तो हम देखे ना वहाँ पे मतलब आपको भाई साहब जी को भाभी जी को तो आके में बहुत खुशी हुई है हमें वहाँ पे जाके जयपुर हेड ऑफिस
कंपनी को धंधो चलतो रहे और हमार गुजारो चलतो होतो रहे.
So we really encourage them to see that we are part of a big family.
And I found within a few months, people are more positive, more connected, and there was a big change.
Great example of this type of innovation is that Jaipur Rugs is now having the weavers design many of their own carpets.
नहीं आइडिया तो कोई अपना दिमाग से ही आइडिया कोई अपना आप तो दिमाग अपना आप ही काम करते समय मैं घूम गया भाई ऐसे ही चला वो तिरछा होकर देखे तो ये घूमती पत्ती दिखेंगी ऐसे ऐसे सरती.
The designs created reflect the weaver's surrounding. Through the rug, the customer has an insight into the weaver's life.
This whole decision to have the weavers design their own carpets has resulted in major design awards. Let's just look at the story behind the Differences carpet.
The Antar rug, which means differences, was designed by 3 artisans, and they were not exactly getting along with each other. So the pattern you see on the bottom of the rug is not very aligned. As they became more friendly, the pattern on top of the rug is much more harmonious.
The success of these weaver-designed carpets has led to an explosion of creativity and innovation. In fact, designers from the West are now coming to Rajasthan to get inspired directly by these weavers. Jaipur Rugs makes the customer experience exceptional. When you buy the Weavers collection, you get an incredible amount of information about where the rugs came from, about the yarn spinners, and the weavers who made it. In a recent initiative, yarn spinners and weavers have created postcards to be included in these information packs. And now consumers are starting to write postcards back. In business circles, we talk an awful lot about consumer dialogue. Jaipur Rugs is a great case study of a real circle of communication between weaver and consumer and back to weaver. As Chaudhary talks about his insurgent mission, he often says, "We don't sell carpets, we sell a family's blessing." And this was all about his dream to connect the weavers directly to the customer. This is probably best symbolized by a loom that sits in their head office. Every yarn spinner, every weaver, every customer who comes there stitches a little bit on the loom. And the final carpet, which will take years to make, will be a symbol of how the artisans and the customers are linked and woven together.
My father is a truly unique man. I think we all say that, but he is a really special man. I don't think I've ever met anyone in my life that has really touched other people in ways that he has. For my father, I think it really was all about breaking the tradition. I knew he had gotten a job as a banker in the city, which he couldn't see himself working through all day long as a teller in the bank. One of his friends said, rug manufacturing is a really up and coming industry. Have you thought about it? He said, why not? Let me give it a shot. And that's sort of how he got into it. But I think once he started the business, very soon he realized that he really had the passion for art. He had the passion for people, and he saw a lot of opportunities to make things better, and sort of became his destiny.
As a child, I was always brought up going to the villages with my father. So that was always the most fun experience. And I would always see that they were very, very creative people, very creative. What Jaipur Rugs represents in terms of designs is a very natural aesthetic, a very simple and organic aesthetic.
We have about 40,000 people who work for the company across India, including weavers, spinners, the finishing artisans, and we sell our product to over 45 countries directly, and indirectly it's sold to over 60 countries. My father's been the role model for me. He's been the key factor in the core philosophy of the business.
Most people, business is about making profit, selling to the customer, and just that thinking alone is a very big difference. The way we see things, the way we function, it's all about our people and how to make them happy and how to make their life better.
The company is really a means to create harmony with all that it works with. So whether it's the weavers or the customers or the employees of the company. So it's really the human thread that I see is what we are here to maintain and engage in and make things better.
Jaipur is about connections. It's connecting the artisan who makes these beautiful products to the people who use these beautiful products in beautiful homes. And it's the special love, the care, the treatment that really goes in between that makes us different.
I think that the honesty, integrity, commitment is the most important for a social business. At present, I'm very, very happy and satisfied. And the measurement of my success is not the numbers, not the profits, not the people, not the name which I have. I define my success that how conscious I was 36 years before and how conscious I am at present and how I will be more conscious in the future. So the level of my consciousness is going higher and higher. So I can see the blind spots in the industry. I can see the blind spots in the society. So I think in future I can perform much better.